82 from all 51 here. Alright, had a pretty good Cubfest there at in Sanford, North Carolina. And so we really enjoyed it. Had one of the biggest crowds I think we've ever had, most equipment we've ever had. And this is the 5th year, so I mean it's really grown a lot in the last, like I say, 5 years. But we've really enjoyed it. It's probably one of the best ones I think we've ever had, and so I'm thankful for that. But yeah, I was gonna let y'all show you here my CUB 152 disc plow I picked up. I actually bought it in January of this year, and I just hadn't had a chance to get it back home. And it's not going on my 51 CUB here. It's going on the 47, which is currently still in under restoration. But yeah, I bought it for that tractor because I wanted an implement that didn't stick out front, that didn't stick out the back. More or less was contained in the diameter of the tractor there. I more or less, I didn't want something that was going to take up trailer space. And I've always kind of liked the disc plows. I've never plowed one until yesterday. I put it on there so I wouldn't have to manhandle the thing getting it on the trailer. And I was like, shoot, I said I might as well go ahead and like a round or two with it. And these tires have never seen dirt. Actually, about the only dirt they leave the shop here and they go to the show, come back, and they roll right off onto the concrete here. So they've never really seen dirt until yesterday. Deep dirt, but yeah, it was a little wet up there on one side of the field. But anyway, I went out there and it did pretty good. My carburetor, this tractor is notorious for condensation and getting water in the gas tank. All these other tractors in here sit in here right beside it, same atmosphere and everything, and none of them have a problem. But this one's always done it. I've always had to drain the carburetor. Well, I didn't drain the carburetor yesterday. So I get out there, idling in first gear, second gear, and all that. It's fine. I mean, you get out there and you get it under load, and the governor opens up. It goes spitting and sputtering and surging, and there could be some other little issues too. But that's the main thing, because of the pulling C there, or the Super C over there. It would. Yeah, we had a little thunderstorm roll through a while ago. Still thundering, but it would get. It would idling, it would run fine, because you've got that water in there taking up that void of where the gas should be, and only so much gas is running into the carburetor, and it's being used right as soon as it goes into the carburetor. So it's not having time to. You don't have a reserve in the bowl for it to draw off of. So basically, it's like you're feeding the line right straight into the engine. But anyway, it started spitting and sputtering, so and I didn't even dawn on me till about I made a round or two to try to see if it would work, and after that I said it dawned on me that the water, carburetor is probably half full of water. So, but anyway, it did fine. It plowed it while it was surging, but it plowed. Did an excellent job. I've never plowed with a mid-mount disc plow before. I've plowed with a rear, but never mid-mount, and of course, it did pretty good without the weight. So, one of the things about the disc plows, you got to have the rear end weighted down there. It's going to push your butt over. So, like I say, we mounted it up just so I wouldn't have to pick it up and put it on the trailer. And it's, of course, they got their own drawbars that are on there. But the rear back here, my bolt holes in the final drives. The ones on the rear, it had a finishing mower on it its whole life, from day one. This tractor did. That's all it's ever done. That's reading this in the shape it's in. It's been repainted once, of course, but it's in good shape. And so I imagine that finishing mower vibrating and whatever. And so I've had to, the holes are walled out. So I redid the holes. But what I'm gonna have to do is, when I restore this, I'm gonna have to drill it out, helicoil it, or something like that, I guess. And like I say, this tractor won't do any work, but when I restore this one, I'm going to actually put a finishing mower on it, wood finishing mower on it too. That's what I remember the tractor doing, and that's what it was bought for. So yeah, this is kind of a special tractor to me. This is given to me by my great aunt, and like I say, it's a family tractor, so I'm gonna keep this one. But yeah, so we just mounted it and take, about 5, 10 minutes, to get it on there. The hardest part was getting the back end bolted up, holding this and all, but like I said, we got it hooked up here, and I know that's probably not the right hook, but I've got to get that taken care of. I think there are 2 little tabs that would go up there with a bolt through them, and the chain would hook through that, so I'll get that later on. Like I say, it's a pretty good solid plow. It won't ever be used, but I measured the disc, and it's 24 inches. Now I don't have a manual on this yet. It's the 152 disc plow, mid-mount disc plow. I don't have a manual on it yet, so like I said, I hadn't ever really done much with these plows. So I don't know I don't know much about them. Like I said, I know about the rear, your mold boards now. I know about those. So I'm not sure if this is how much this disc is worn down. It doesn't really look that bad. Like I said, it's 24 inches across. Like I said, and the good thing about it had the scraper on it, so which it was silver on the front. So I wore quite a bit of the paint off of it, and like I said, I had a great time. Really enjoyed it. But mainly thing is I bought it for that 47, and is an implement, because when I go to a show, you've seen one Super A or M or H or something like that. You've seen them all. There's not much difference in them, depending on how much money they poured into the restoration. But I like to see a piece of equipment with an implement, even if it's cultivators. A tractor looks better with an implement, so that's just my preference. To me, anything on it is better than nothing. Some people might like a loader or whatever, but so that tractor, when it's done, will have this disc plow, and like I say, the bearing is excellent in it. And so it spins, and it's, like I say, it's not pitted bad, but really nice disc plow. I'm happy to have that, and like I say, it'll look nice when it's cleaned up and painted and mounted on that nice new painted Cub. So, but like I said, I've got a hand lift on that's going on that 47. So, but like I said, if y'all got any information on the disc, like I say, if I need to get another one, where to get one of those, I guess, or a new disc, newer disc, or I know I've seen some that are down to about where the red is, where they've been worn down quite a bit, but it's hard to find them with the scraper that isn't completely worn down or gone or missing altogether. So, but yeah, I'm gonna clean it up and get it on there and mount it up. But yeah, figured I'd show you that. That's a 152 International disc. Let's see here. But I was gonna show you the back side, but yes. It should look nice on there when it's all done up. But yeah, I tried it out, and the upper part of the field was fine, but then when we went back, we went across this wet spot and nearly buried the Cub. You can see the mud's all the way up on the rim. So, but anyway, all right. Well, thanks for watching.